What's up, TIs? Let's say Wednesday, July 1st. Check this out. Oh, we had such a storm on Monday. A tornado or hurricane, something like that. Yeah, it poured very heavily. And there was branches everywhere. Crazy. Lots of rain. Lots of rain, and it was just everywhere. It's funny because one of the people that always gives me dirty looks lives over there, a couple of houses now, and her car got destroyed. So when I tell you God is in control and He will fight for you, I'm not kidding. You know, it's not religious to be a Christian. It's trying to be it's a way of life. We try to be not God-like, but we would try to be, like He wants us to be. Look at a kitty. We have a lot of cats around the neighborhood. So yeah, I don't know how long ago it was, but she had parked the car in front of our driveway. She left the car on. She forgot about it. So, we had to go somewhere and they called the tow truck, but I didn't call the tow truck. She thought I did. So she's been mad at me ever since. I was like, okay, it's a couple years now. I think we're gonna, get over it now. But her car happens to have like one of the biggest branches of her tree, fall on her in her car actually, in the back window. Broke the whole thing. Like another car was on another branch was on top of her car. And then my other neighbor to the right that actually talked to us, a branch fell on her car, so she had a cracked windshield. We had a big branch on the porch, and it didn't go anywhere near our car, which was good. And the whole neighborhood came out, and everybody swept and picked up the branches, and they put them away again. So the neighbors next door, the father and the son, actually came out and helped out, which was good. So like I said, they're not really the problem. Excuse me. The wife is the problem. She's a problem with me because I'm not a witch, I guess. I have no idea. She's drunk. So Saturday she didn't give me any bread because her husband and son were home. I thought she was going to give it to me probably like 9ish because everybody went out for a few hours. So I thought she was going to do it. And then I saw on the camera that her husband was in the backyard, so I was like, oh, she can't do it right now. So this thing over there, she comes out after everybody had cleaned up. But she don't get yelled at for doing that. Whatever. So I got some pictures, some footage of the rainstorm. Yeah, it's pretty scary actually. Oh, excuse me, I'm a little tired today. So it was nice. The whole neighborhood came out and helped. That's what they used to do back in the 80s. Oh shit. Okay. Just came from the backyard. So it was nice to see that, because back in the 80s, the whole neighborhood used to do that. If something happened, they all would come out and they would help out, and you know, it was nice. And I hadn't seen that in years. So, you know, to see it again was very nice. It wasn't depressing. Because I know a lot of you people, you know, out there, you don't have that help. So, yeah. Look how stupid they have. They have cameras now. So, cameras. So, they're going into that backyard, really. Oh, back there's an alleyway, so everybody's garage, unfortunately, is attached to each other. They're supposed to go through their own driveway. Not there anyway. Excuse me. They're not supposed to do that. They're not supposed to go that way. Because they're probably doing something for their house too, like when they're not chopping. So yeah. Well, they have cameras now. Now they at least they're gonna get caught now because you know, the cameras are right there. There's two lasers that they have in their house that's definitely pointing in my direction. And that's why he knows exactly the time when I'm gonna come outside. And he knows exactly when I used to go out to my appointments. Because he was already there at that corner. You know, waiting for me, taking pictures. So he must have heard it on in his car. He's like a taxi driver. His car license plate anyway. So I think they hear each other's thing. That's why I was seeing car service there to the appointment. So he must have heard it like the day before or something. He probably has something like that laser is probably attached to like a listening device. Right? Okay. So he probably knows every appointment I have to go to. And it probably pops up the address and how to get there and what time they're gonna pick me up. You know, the GameStop know all this kind of stuff. So there's a video on YouTube I was watching yesterday about GameStop and how was it called? I forgot what it was called. It was very informative. It was an hour-long video though, so if you have time. Yeah, everybody was saying the same thing on there, like the police don't help. And some states are supposed to train the police officers about gang stalking because, you know, unfortunately it's your word against theirs. So you have to have like solid proof that they're doing that stuff. That's why I told you get cameras because it's the only way that you can catch people doing stuff. I mean, you know, just because they're saying, you know, because they could talk to the police afterwards and say, no, I wasn't doing that. That's what happened to me. I had went on a date once with this guy. And he started crank calling me. And thank God he didn't know where I lived. He knew my cell phone because we met online. You know, my cell phone. So he would call me at like 1 o'clock in the morning. I should have shut off my phone, but that was my alarm clock at the time. So I didn't shut the phone off. And I called the cops on him. And I talked to him on the phone. They're like, can you stop doing that? Okay, he's like, yeah, I'll stop. He must have thought I was not a real cop. Because he called again and again and again. I got so frustrated with him that I put his number up for a good time call this guy. And I put the number up in the train station. I put his picture up and everything. Like, we took a picture. So it took like 6 months to meet. We took a picture together. You know, I thought it was gonna be, you know, a relationship, but it was the only time I ever dated anybody for 1 second. Well, this is why, because, you know, you all get gang stalked, you know. It's hard to meet somebody that's not a handler or whatever, you know. So, and those are the people that actually want to date us, the handlers and the trolls. If the guy across the street, he's definitely got a crush. Fucking too. Anyways. Oh, this is almost 10 minutes long. Holy shit. Yeah, so I noticed They were in the backyard today, the two of them next door. But I noticed when I opened my door to the backyard, across the way is like these cable wires, and it looked like they unscrewed the wire. They're not supposed to be doing that. They don't own the house. They don't, it's not their job to do that. So they're definitely messing with the guy upstairs. I saw one day we came home, me and my family, and we saw them talking to somebody. And, we didn't think anything of it. We thought that was just their friend or whatever. You have friends over or whatever. No big deal. And the guy upstairs goes, yeah, they were trying to rent him my apartment and try to kick me out. I was like, oh boy. I mean, it makes sense. They hate him. They think they own the house. They're trying to get him out. He's been there first. He's been there since the landlord bought the house. He was the first renter. It's very hard to find a new apartment. Everything's expensive, especially in New York. They charge you an arm and a leg. So he probably is like, oh, I don't like this guy. He has a fight with him all the time. Oh, listen, I understand when you feed the cats in the neighborhood, but you're not supposed to put it on your porch. All he had to do was just put it on the side, on the bottom of the steps. But the cats make messes, with the food, so he gets yelled at for that. So you can't win. So he keeps thinking that it's him putting the cat food on his side of the porch. It's not, it's the cats. They eat and they make a mess. So it goes everywhere. He's like, I gotta clean up this shit every day. Well, I would be mad too. But I don't know if I would try to get somebody kicked out of their apartment that's been there before you. And you don't own the house, so you can't really kick them out. So it's kind of funny, actually, though. Not funny in like a funny way, but like the shit that he does, and the way he acts around people. Meanwhile, he's not even renting the house himself. His son is. His son has a construction building. He works for his son. And then he's got the nerve to open up like 7 credit cards. I'm like, bruh, maybe just 1 credit card and that's it. See, that's a gang stalker. Gang stalkers, they have 7 credit cards. They're always in debt. And they'll gang stalk you anytime they want because they need the money to pay the bills. You know that, and I know that. They did. They were messing me for a long time. I don't know what the wife is saying to them. They're all a bunch of fucking witches. Plain and simple. Maybe she wanted me to have a 3-way with her husband or son. Or a 4-way. They were going to use me in a ritual, probably. Yeah, hell no to that. They were going to have sex with me and then put me in a ritual. No thanks. Screw you all. Not you guys, them. Screw them all. Screw all the gang stalkers. I'm telling you, shift is about to take place. They're gonna get it, not us. If enough people pray to have every danger away from them, which I do every night, God is more powerful than the devil, so you better recognize, because he's turning everything around. Every time the devil does something, he does it better because he created it way faster, for him. The devil's only pretending. He don't have any real power. So stop thinking that he does, because he doesn't. He does not love you. Try to repent of your sins, because it's not really fun to, do that. You gotta go home. I keep saying it every day. I want to go home. And that's what I mean. I want to go home. Like, Earth is not my home. Heaven is. The more gang stalked I get, the more I feel it. That's where they drain us. Make sure we don't sleep, because when we sleep, we get to see everything. Like when we have those really, REM sleep, and we're dreaming about our future, our past, our present. You know what I mean? Even past lives, we can dream about that. We can actually astral travel. I wouldn't recommend trying to do it. I'm saying, TIs, we know how to do that automatically. I have very weird dreams, and that's what it is. It could also be witchcraft spells that they put on you to dream about these people, like my neighbors. I took a nap today, and they were in my dream, and then they were in my backyard doing something. And then I told my sister, and they ran in their house, and right before my sister was gonna knock on the door, say something, I dreamt that the sun was trying to kiss me. I was like, oh my god. No thanks. But that's what I'm talking about. I wanted to date somebody that wasn't a gang stalker. I wanted to date somebody that's normal, nice, and doesn't do drugs and doesn't drink. Not a narcissist. That would have been nice. And because of being put in this program, you don't know who to trust. It's hard because people turn on you on a dime, like quick. So what's with all these fucking cats today? I like cats and all, but come on now, that's a lot. There's like 4 of them right now. I'm gonna go in the house in a minute. I don't really want them following me because I can't have a cat. We can't afford to get any kind of animal. We really can't. I can't afford the litter. I can't afford food. I can afford the water. I just put a bowl of water out. That's it. Even that, all the neighbor has to do is put a bowl of cat food and a bowl of water in front of the gate over here, the garden, and it would have been out of their way. He did that, and then there was cat food all over my tree. So I don't know if the cat dragged it there or the neighbor threw it there, thinking I just, put the food down on their porch. Anything's possible. Yeah, you try not to start shit with people. They start with you. Yeah. It might be like that, It's really weird. It really is. In my entire life, I never thought I would be gang stalked. Never. Not even a million years. As soon as I graduated high school, not even actually, it was a couple years after that. A lot of my friends, the girls got married, the boys moved out of state. So they didn't really keep in touch either. But on Facebook, we kind of keep in touch a little bit with some of them, not all of them. The girls, not even either, because they don't really go online. So, once you fall out with your friends, I think something's like, it's kind of depressing that happened. And I kind of wish I would have made more friends. I wish I wouldn't have had, been sad about that and trying to make new friends. But I don't know. I think John did like some sort of witchcraft on me, because it's very hard for me to date anybody, and it's hard for me to make friends with people. I always get those types of people. Him, narcs, gang stalkers. I think he made it where he put the spell on me to never be happy, and never get a husband, never get married, never have kids. I think he did that. I think that was all him. I already had a father that didn't want me to date anybody. I'm not a narcissist. He wanted me to stay home and take care of his ass, really. So I was never supposed to leave the house and get married and start a family of my own. You know, the normal thing to do. He didn't even want me leaving for a job. So John did that too. That's already witchcraft. When you have kids, you want the best for them. You want them to give you grandkids. All of your children. You want them to give you grandchildren. It's it's the next step to do. How many times I had to watch other people get married that I knew. Other people have children. Other people move out of their parents' house. I'm fucking stuck now because of these fucking assholes. And I don't really want to date anybody because they're all the same. There's nobody normal. Just 2 weeks ago, somebody got engaged. Very unappreciative of her ring, by the way. She's like, yeah, I'm engaged. Like, well, depressed. What the fuck are you depressed about? You're with somebody. He stayed with your crazy ass for 4 years. You've put a ring on it. I mean, really? These men are retarded. Why would you want to be with somebody like that? I don't understand. Like, if I was dating somebody, I would be very shocked to get a ring. You know, I would be shocked to even go on a date. Even a cup of coffee. But that's what I'm going to try to follow God's lead. I want to try to hear him. I want him to tell me what to do. Because he's my real father. He had plans before I even came down here. Just like you guys. He already put plans for us to help him to not be stuck. You know? When you come down here and Satan fucks it all up. You wind up going to the wrong family. You become the scapegoat. And they just ruin your life. So ridiculous. And then what the hell are you supposed to do now, you know? Now we're at war and on the same boat. Just have to stay home and everything. So I really don't feel bad for those gang stalkers. Because now they have to stay home. When some of us here had to stay home this whole time. You know, we've struggled so much. Now they're struggling too. Too bad they had to wait this long to struggle. Yeah, fucking train going by every minute. Are you fucking kidding? They beeped the horn so damn loud today. As soon as I fell asleep from my nap, blaring. I had to get up and shut the window. I had the window open because there was a breeze coming from the backyard. I was like, really, bitch? And then as soon as I shut the window, I didn't hear the blaring again. That's on purpose. They don't ever blare the train horn until they get to the stop near my house. Never. I've never heard them ever blare the horn at any other stop. But when I used to take the train, I used to stand there and wait. They never blare the horn. Never. So I don't know. Somebody's in on that shit. And John takes the train, so he probably knows the conductor. He's like, oh yeah, you gotta play the horn when you come into the station. He's probably on the train too when it's happening. Well, he does come down this block, my block. He either walks down or takes a car. And he turns to make a left. So he's probably like 1 or 2 blocks away from me now. He probably lives near the post office. He's got a post office box there. And I saw him too. One day my sister took me to the post office. I had to go pick something up. And he, as soon as we pulled up, right across the street from the post office, he was on his fucking bike. Passing by, like, what are you doing? Why the fuck are you here? He didn't even go in the post office. So that means he lives near there. I'm not gonna say which post office though. I'm just saying. Why did he do that? Why does anybody you hate or hates you, but maybe come near you as soon as you're doing really well and you're taking care of business? They will show up, right? They will call you, or they even come into your dreams. That's Satan doing that. Satan tries to get you to fuck up. So as soon as you feel bad about it and you change your ways, he comes. He's like, oh, this person, I sent you this person to fuck up your life. Oh, wait a minute, your life is turning around? Oh no, we can't have that. I'm gonna send these people back to you to get back at you. Yeah, he does do that. And even before I knew I was being gang stalked, I thought that was John was everywhere. Before he moved here, I saw him every minute. I saw him on the bus once, and he told the driver he didn't want to get on the bus because I was there. But he's laughing at me now, really, bitch. Whatever. That's so funny because I caught him. I should have took a video of it though. When they were working on the train, you could take the train to the bus, and the bus stops here in my neighborhood. So this is when Dunkin' Donuts had seats outside. There's not like a couple of chairs out there. People kept breaking them, and then the vape shop kept stealing them. I'm like, what are you stealing them for? Come on now, punks. Anyway. So one night I was out there, and I was just having my coffee. All of a sudden I see him. He's walking up the other side of the street. He had just got off the bus. And he's wearing the same clothes that my father had given him. My father had all these clothes, and he couldn't fit into anymore, but they still had their tags on it. So when he started working, my father gave him all the clothes. And every time I see him, you know, he's in those same exact clothes. That was like 10 years ago. So he definitely wears those clothes when I see him on purpose. He wants to psych me out. He's like, oh, look, I'm wearing the clothes your father gave me years ago. Sicko. You know, how about instead of him doing that, why don't he go out and meet somebody and date already? You know, keep yourself busy. Go date. Because those narcissistic people, they actually do find people to date them. And I hope to God he finds the bigger narcissist than he is, with a bigger ego than he has. There's no need to find somebody like me that he would take advantage of. You know, he needs to not take advantage of people. He needs to get what's coming to him. Oh, trust me, God's doing it. God's in control. I tell you, I stopped thinking about that chick over there. I kept, like, when I see her, I would turn away, like I wouldn't look at her. She would get annoyed. But I did that all the time now. Like every time I would see her before the pandemic, I didn't even look at her. Like you know, when you look up when you see somebody walking around and you're just hanging out somewhere, I did that. And then I realized it was her, so I turned away. I didn't even look at her anymore. Even when she would, like, make sure to run next to me at the stoplight, I was like, yep, whatever. I would just look at the stoplight. You know, so ignoring her worked at least for her. I wasn't gonna apologize. I didn't do shit to her. And she did that stuff to us. Like I said, I didn't call anybody on her. Everybody thinks I always do bad things to them. Whatever. I'm pretty sure she's a witch too. They were both prostitutes, her roommate, for years. I would see them not go to work, and they would get dressed up, and a car would pull up, and they would leave with the car. We'd get in the car and leave. 10 minutes later, they'd be back with some money in their hand. So, whatever. Well, one of them is married, so she's probably married to her job. I'm surprised she's not married because she's crazy. She's crazier than me. The other asshole, Julian, she's married too. Like her husband's got got kids too. Like she has two and he has two. That's what I heard anyway when she came into Dunkin'. She saw me, she ran the fuck out. It was funny. She let her eyes bulged out of her head. She ran outside. She sat on the bench there, right outside. I didn't recognize her, so I don't know why she jumped like that. It's because she's guilty. That's when I took her picture. I realized it was her. I'm like, why is this chick going crazy when she sees me? I look over, I'm like, oh, that's why it's Jillian. It's just that's why I took a picture of her from the back. I needed to know what she looked like. She has Facebook too. I looked her up on Facebook and I saw the same tattoo of the picture I took of her. So I was like, oh, there she is. And I saw her 2 weeks ago. We were coming home from grocery shopping. She was in the park. She was busy reading her book. She didn't even pay attention to her stepkid. Like, really, bitch. You got kids, you don't even pay attention to them. Wow. Well, she moved away though. She was across the street over there. And then she moved near the park. So. The only person that has not really contacted me ever again was Donna, which is good. I mean, yeah, she's an older woman, you know, she's not the same age as me. So, at least she knows, you know, not to do that. You know, she's a little narcissistic herself too. But she's the only one that I stopped talking to, you know, because I'm tired of getting taken advantage of, you know. We're kind, but, you know, we have to really watch who we let in our life because they're ridiculous and they're taking advantage. It's not high school anymore, you know. So, she knows not to contact me anymore either. Or at least she knows. And she doesn't really have the urge to. You know, she has other friends. And that's fine. Even if I saw her today, I would be like, oh, how are you? You know, I would be nice to her because I don't want to piss psychopaths off. And that's it too. I don't really think she was that. I don't think she was a psychopath like that, like the rest of them are. I just think she, you know, she was in a shitty place and she needed people to help her. But she really should try to help herself. She didn't. There's only so much you can do, you know. I'm trying not to take any more strays in. It's not fun. Nah, there goes the fireworks. I see them. They're over there. Alright, I'm gonna get going. Sorry, the video's very long. I just had a lot of shit to say. I can't believe that storm. That was crazy. I might put that video up. I really want to put a different background to these videos instead of at nighttime. Because that's when that a-hole across the street comes out. You saw me. They were like, yeah, we're going to still walk this way. But thank God they kept doing it. You saw that the camera is facing that way in the alley and the one right on the porch. Smart. I don't understand why they can't go their own house. Why would you go the longer way to get in your house just to piss somebody off? And really, you have nothing better to do? Read a fucking book. I can't stand these fucking gangstalkers. Well, like I said before, karma is coming for them. They will get what's coming to them. They keep doing this shit to us. They're gonna get it. Thanks for spitting in front of my tree. As soon as I said that, was a fucking asshole right there. Spit at my tree. Okay. Asshole. That's what I'm talking about, see? The devil makes them do it. He couldn't keep walking and then spit. No, he had to spit right down the floor. Why don't you go fuck yourself? Shit on your house. Anyway, trying to keep a sense of humor. I'm getting bit up. I have to go back in the house. All those fucking mosquitoes out. Oh, it's so annoying. Alright, so take care. See what I mean? There's one on me. Stay safe and, you know, just try to get back to your happy place. I know it's very hard, especially now. But even if you go outside, take a walk a few minutes. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Today I didn't because I took a nap. Sometimes you just need to take a nap. I think these people, they make us so tired that we just have to take a nap. That's fine. I need to get all the sleep I can because I gotta fight these people. So I don't see it as a bad thing. I'll take my nap and I'll be refreshed and I'll be ready for fighting because you know these assholes ain't gonna stop. We all know. Join us and this will all go away. No, it won't. I don't want to be like you. Some of you will know where that's from. I can't believe they have the balls to say it, actually. They don't have the balls to say that here. They have the balls to just do hand signals towards each other and stare at me and take my picture. It's so funny that they take my picture. Like, what do you think? You know, I know they send it to each other, but how stupid are they? If I'm not doing anything, I'm not doing anything to them or anybody else. I'm just sitting there minding my own business. What can they really do with a picture? The devil doesn't know what we look like. Of course he does. He's been fucking following us since birth. So, he needs to stop too. You're gonna get stomped out by St. Michael. That's right, he's stomping on him. He's gonna chop his head off too. And when the devil starts attacking me, I usually tell him, I'm gonna take your fingers off, I'm gonna chop them off and stab you in each orifice with your long ass fingernails. He stops after that. You better not even fucking try it anymore. I am tired of his shit too. He's a chungus.